right. For those, we're finally at the top 10 here. Thank you for watching the previous installments. Or if you skipped right ahead, what the hell. But, so here we go. My top 10 picks for the last decade. Coming in at number 10, and some may call this a bit of a cheat, Grindhouse. Yes, I'm counting it as one movie because when I saw it, it was one movie. And the whole part of the thing was the experience. Whether you like Planet Terror more or Death Proof more, personally I like Death Proof a little more, particularly in this extended cut. You had the trailers, you know, the Thanksgiving trailer, the Don't trailer, the Werewolf Women of the SS, Machete, all that stuff. So Grindhouse as a whole was just, it was a unique film. I doubt we'll see anything like that again in a major release. And I just loved it to pieces. Who couldn't have fun with Grindhouse? So Grindhouse coming in at number 10. Coming in at number 9, Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead, definitely another horror comedy, one that grows on you, I think, with multiple watches. I appreciate it a little more every time I see it. But what impresses me so much about Shaun of the Dead is that, and particularly when it's coming out right before Land of the Dead, is that it really manages to say the things that Romero so badly wants to say in his post-Day films. And it does it better, honestly. And I think Romero knows that to a certain degree. He marked out for the film quite a bit. So, undeniably, I think Shaun of the Dead will always be a classic of the genre to some degree, because it's just as an effective zombie film as it is a comedy. And it has that commentary, that social angle that is really missing from Land of the Dead and Diary and probably the upcoming Survival of the Dead. So that's the great Shaun of the Dead at number 9. At number 8, a French movie, not talked about a whole lot again. This is Calvaire. This is put out by Palm Entertainment on DVD. Again, a lot of people call, another in the style of, this is more like a French hillbilly horror flick, I guess you would say. Has some incredibly creepy moments, some utterly hilarious moments. A great cameo by Brigitte Lahaye from Jean Rollin fame. Just a film that stuck with me a surprising degree. I did not think it would be this high on the list, but when I went back and went over everything and how I think back on it, there are scenes, at least one particular scene in this movie that's really just burned into my mind. So it's a really effective film on both levels, I think, as humor and serious. Similar to Shaun of the Dead, I guess. But yeah, if you have not seen Calvaire, or you're afraid of subtitles, give it a shot. Calvaire, it's solid, what can I say? So that's Calvaire at number 8. At number 7, The Devil's Rejects. Not only is this a great movie, fairly undeniably so, I have a hard time thinking somebody doesn't like this movie. Even if you hate Rob Zombie, you cannot deny The Devil's Rejects is a great movie. Even if Rob Zombie makes the shittiest shit you could possibly imagine for the rest of his life, he will always be able to go and point at this and say, look, I made this, it's The Devil's Rejects. I'm not a big fan of Rob Zombie's movie career, honestly, but I can't totally hate the guy because of The Devil's Rejects. Sid Haig, it's just, I could go on, but every scene in this movie is pretty great. It pretty much speaks for itself. It's The Devil's Rejects. So that's Devil's Rejects at number 7. At number 6, Bubba Hotep. I know a lot of people don't love this film as much as I do. I am a bit of a Bruce Campbell mark. But I'm also a big Joe R. Lansdale mark, who wrote the story this was based on. And this movie's just fucking hilarious. And it's poignant. It's got poignant moments. It's easily Bruce's best performance of his career. And come on, there's a mummy in a retirement home sucking souls out of people's assholes. And he's going to be defeated by Elvis and a black guy who thinks he's John F. Kennedy, played by the amazing Ossie Davis, who's now passed away. So, yeah, Bubba Hotep, come on, it's fucking awesome. Bubba Hotep, number 6.